This video is an introduction to grinds, and I'm going to teach you one grind in particular, which is the finger grind, which looks like this. And a grind is any time that the yo-yo is spinning while it's touching part of your body. So there's all sorts of different types of grinds that you can do. We showed you the finger grind. That leads really nicely into a grind where it just rolls up your arm. You can also do a palm grind where you just catch it in your hand like that. And then there's some more unusual ones. This one is the thumb grind, which kind of rotates around your hand like that. You can also do what we're going to call a Talon Grind, where you catch it between your thumb and your middle finger right on the outer edge of the yo-yo. So that looks like this. And again, there's all kinds of variations and things you can do with that. You can also do some off-axis grinds, and so this one is pretty popular lately, where you just catch it in your palm and you can do a bind like that. You can also do an off-axis finger grind, which just looks like this. You catch it, and then that'll eventually rotate around and set you up for a bind. So grinds are very dynamic and they're pretty impressive, so they're good tricks to learn. Now you want to make sure when you practice these that you have a completely unresponsive yo-yo. And the reason for that is that if your yo-yo is even a little bit responsive, when you catch the yo-yo in a grind, there's going to be some slack in the string, and the yo-yo is going to want to eat that slack up right away and come back. And not only is this really frustrating, but it can also be pretty dangerous if you're using a metal yo-yo. So make sure that you have found a yo-yo that's completely unresponsive that you can practice with, and that'll help you out a lot. When you start working on your finger grind, most likely the first thing that's going to happen is your yo-yo is just going to shoot right up your arm. And that's because when you throw your breakaway, the yo-yo is going to be spinning kind of backwards towards you. And that's going to be what it wants to do, is when it touches your finger, it's going to want to shoot off that direction. The way that you counteract this is you're actually going to angle your finger down a little bit, and that'll help keep the yo-yo in place. Of course, if you angle it down too much, the yo-yo is going to fall off. So you're going to have to find just the right balance to make sure that the yo-yo is not going to shoot back or fall off. And that can take a little while to get used to. The second thing that'll probably happen is while you're doing your grind, the yo-yo is going to start to lean, which of course will kill the spin, it'll make it fall off, and it's going to be a major problem. The reason for this is that you need to make sure that your finger is straight in the line of the groove, just like this. If you start to turn it, then the yo-yo is going to fall off on either side. Same thing if you rotate your hand like this, it's going to make the yo-yo fall off its angle. The nice thing about that is you can actually use that to kind of correct the yo-yo a little bit too. So once you get used to those corrections, it's actually going to be an asset as you're working on the trick. So once you get those things down and you've got used to landing the yo-yo correctly, another thing that'll help extend your grinds is if you try to keep it right on the edge of your finger. What you'll find is that on most people, the knuckle up here is the widest part of your finger, and it's also a little bit more fleshy. And so if you catch the yo-yo and it rides all the way up and starts touching that part of your skin, it's going to kill the spin a lot faster. So it's going to take a little bit of discipline, but if you can get used to just catching it on the edge of your finger, then that is going to basically double the length of your grind. So it's worth the effort. Now, once you've got your grinds down, then you can actually start working on a trick. So the first trick that most people learn, probably because it's in the trick ladder, just looks like this. You're going to get it on the trapeze, hop it off, and you're going to hook the string right here with your first finger, so it's just hanging there. And then you're going to swing it over, catch it in a grind, and then get it right back onto the string. And you can see now I've extended my first finger, and that gets me right back into a trapeze. So when you do this, one thing that'll help you be more successful is if you actually extend your first finger and your middle finger at the same time. And that way, when you're done with your grind, the yo-yo can just slide right back down onto the string, just like that, and that makes it easier. One thing I like to do to make it look a little bit more impressive is try to hop the yo-yo up and then catch it on the string. That makes it a little bit more challenging, but it's kind of fun. So once you get down this grind, you'll have actually learned a lot of the principles that apply to just about any grind. So the finger grind is a good place to start, and you can work on that trick. Another thing is if you're working on it with this trick, it'll give you a little bit more control because you can control where the yo-yo is while you do your grind, which might make it easier than just tossing it up and getting into it. Another thing that will help while you're working on your grinds is to make sure that your hands are clean and dry. If your hands are clean and dry, then your grinds are going to last a lot longer. If you happen to have a yo-yo that's actually not great for grinds, then what you can do is you can wear, I don't know, some cotton gloves or something like that, and that'll extend your grind times and allow you to learn those anyway. So like I said, this is a really great place to start, and grinds are very dynamic. They're a lot of fun. So just master your finger grind, and you'll be able to extend your skills from there.